In the late 19th century, the scramble for Africa wasn't just about flags and borders. It was actually about oil. But I'm not talking about the petroleum we fight over today. This was palm oil, the quote-unquote red gold of the Victorian era. It was the essential ingredient the British needed for their industrial lubricants and their soap. And the British Empire? Well, they wanted this oil cheap, and they wanted it fast. They pushed a doctrine called free trade, which was really just a fancy way of saying they wanted total control over African markets. But in the Niger Delta, one man stood squarely in their way. He wasn't a soldier or a politician in the traditional sense. He was a businessman. His name was King Jaja of Opobo. Jaja's story is incredible. Born into slavery in Igboland, he bought his way to freedom through sheer entrepreneurial genius. He eventually rose to become the head of the Anipeple House in Bonny. But in 1869, following a civil war, he made a strategic masterstroke. He didn't just move. He relocated to the mouth of the Imo River to found the Opobo Kingdom. This location wasn't an accident. It was a chokehold. By sitting right at the river's mouth, Jaja effectively blocked his rivals. Crucially, he cut off European access to the palm oil markets in the interior. If the British wanted oil, they had to go through him. Jaja reorganized the traditional canoe house system into powerful trading conglomerates. He bought up key trading centers like Egwenga, ensuring that all palm oil flowed exclusively through Opobo. But here is where Jaja really audaciously challenged the empire. The British wanted to control the shipping and brokerage. Jaja said, "No thanks." He started shipping his palm oil directly to Liverpool. By bypassing the British middlemen, he maximized his profits and denied British firms their cut. He even taxed the European traders who came to his territory. He charged them a ikumi, a local tax that asserted his fiscal sovereignty. He was beating the British capitalists at their own game. Naturally, the British Empire didn't take kindly to an African king out-trading them. They wanted free trade, which meant eliminating African middlemen like Jaja. When the British tried to force a protectorate treaty on him, Jaja was sharp. He fiercely opposed the clauses that demanded free trade and freedom of movement for the British. He actually managed to get those clauses removed. He secured a written assurance that Queen Victoria would not take his country or his markets. But British merchants were desperate. They lobbied Consul Harry Johnston, claiming Jaja was obstructing trade. The truth? Jaja was just running a better business. And apparently, that was incompatible with the metropolitan agenda. Unable to defeat him economically, the British resorted to deceit. In September 1887, Consul Johnston invited King Jaja aboard a British warship for negotiations. It was a trap. Once aboard, Jaja was given an ultimatum: allow European access to the interior, or face bombardment. He was arrested and exiled. The charges? Technically, he was accused of violating the treaty. But explicitly, he was deposed for obstructing British commercial expansion. With Jaja gone, the British established a governing council and finally broke the indigenous monopoly. But King Jaja of Opobo remains a legend. He proved that the most dangerous form of resistance against imperialism wasn't always a gun. Sometimes, it was a better business model. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story of economic resistance, hit that like button and subscribe for more hidden history.